Mike Delson,
I'm here.
Tom McDonald,
Here.
Jennifer Finley, Jim Molitor, Carol Langford, Danielle Matt,
Here.
Bing Matt, James Dale Jr.,
Here.
Martin Charlo, Len Two Teeth, Lenice Trahan.
Carol, would you give us a prayer this morning, please?
Creator, today we just give thanks for the moisture and all the things that you bring to us. And we also pray for all the celebrations that are going on. And we pray for positive things going on there. And ask that you watch over the people that are traveling too. And we also give prayers to our first responders and firefighters and everybody else that's protecting us. And we just ask you to watch over this country at this time. And also at this time, give a shield over the people that are suffering from addiction and illness, and also people that don't have enough food on the table, or people that can't pay their power bills. Just ask you to watch over them and give us the strength to be able to manage and help those individuals that can't help themselves. Come here.
We have minutes from July 10th. Morning, Jennifer.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, James.
Thank you. I emailed Abby, excuse me, I emailed Abby last week as to where I will be. I think it shows there on the minutes.
Anything for the minutes at all?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Council. Abby, I wasn't participating in a Zoom meeting. I was actually on Zoom, but I was at SKC preparing for the disc golf tournament. So I don't know how we want to put that on the minutes. I think we can clean it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Hey, Tom.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd make the motion to approve the July 10th council minutes with corrections.
Motion by Tom. Second by Danielle to approve the July 10th minute. All in favor?
Mr. Chair, I'll vote in favor even though I wasn't there. I don't think there's any issue saying you can't vote for him even though you weren't there. So I trust all the business. I read the minutes, so I vote in favor.
We're unanimous. We have an agenda for today. Anything to add to the agenda? Got one walk-in. Danielle? Motion by Jimmy to approve the agenda with additions. Second,
Mr. Chair, could I add an issue, please?
Martin. Jennifer, or exec. And an Jimmy. So we have a motion by Jimmy and a second by Tom to approve the agenda with additions. All in favor? We're unanimous.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll go to our walk-in. That's Stephen Morjo. Come on up, Stephen. Morning. If you could turn on the microphone, please. There you go.
All right. Sorry. Good morning, everybody. I was wanting to request a fee waiver for floating and camping for NARS. We got a group activity. I handed her the papers. It's a map of where we're going to be floating from Salone's down a little past the rope swing. And then there's a camping spot there that has 2 fireplaces. And we was wanting to, I went to, was it Lands or somewhere? Yeah, Recreation in Polson, and asked them for discounted, and they told me to come here. So this was my next stop. And so most of our people are enrolled members from the CSKT tribes. We do got other tribal members that live there too that are from different tribes. A couple non-tribal, not very many non-tribal members with us, but we're probably looking at like 30, hopefully like 30 people floating, and then probably not that many camping out. And we're gonna have like a meeting, a recovery meeting at the end, a potluck, and I'll call you all kinds of good things going on. It's all on that flyer. So I just wanted to see if we could get help with that.
Questions first, Stephen? Go ahead. Motion by Len to approve the recreation use permit waiver. I guess that's what we're looking at, right? Second by Jimmy. All in favor? I believe we're unanimous.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna have a blast. I don't know if you guys saw our fireworks show we put on, but it'll be on our website. It was pretty cool. We're gonna. It's on July 19th.
Sure, Mr. Chair.
So, yeah, it'll be fun. I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much.
Just a minute, Stephen. James?
Yeah, I wanted to touch base. Did you get the insurance situation sorted out? Remember you came in a few months ago. Did that get sorted out?
Yes, I should have brought that to you guys. I'm sorry. What I'm working on is a proposal for my wages for the year. So I haven't brought none of that information back yet. I'm working on a cover letter to request help for me. But yeah, everybody else got covered, and the insurance got fixed. We got the wording right to where they accepted it finally. So we're pretty good. I'm just struggling. Well, I'm not struggling yet. Next year, if I don't find funding for my spot, I will be struggling. So I will be bringing that back and presenting that. So yes, thank you very much. I appreciate everything you guys do for us, and so that's great.
Well, we appreciate
You guys do. Thank you.
exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Danielle, go ahead.
Medicine Wheel Riders are coming in on July 28th for an MMIP event. They're gonna be escorted in by our tribal sober Indian riders. And my ask is for change of duty for 10 riders that work for the tribe from say 2 p.m. until the event is over with supervisor approval. And I can send those names to Abby.
Got a motion for a change of duty for how many riders did you say?
10.
10 riders? Second by Len. All in favor? I believe we're unanimous. Uh-huh. Martin, what, you had something for open?
Yeah, I just wanted to extend a thank you from the group that put on the disc golf tournament at the college over the weekend on Saturday. There were 40 participants, and we had a local vendor provide food, and tribal member from here won one of the divisions, and all the people that won get to go to the North America Amateur Championship in Austin, Texas. Of course, paying their own expenses because they're amateurs. So just want to make sure that that was well recognized at the tournament. We have players meetings, and everyone stands around and listens, and yeah, they acknowledge the tribe several times. So greatly appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, Martin. Then you had something for open. And you said you had something for open.
Briefly, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to acknowledge the passing of tribal elder Al Sloan. Worked for a number of years for the tribe over at Sailors Kootenai Housing. He was also our chairman for the SK Gaming Board. So he dedicated a large part of his life to serving the tribes. And so I just wanted to acknowledge and ask the council to fly the flags at half mast during the time of his celebration of life.
Thank you, Lynn. Jimmy, was yours for open?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay, you're done? Okay. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. I just opened this email and it's a problematic email. The Lincoln County Commissioners have petitioned the Department of Environmental Quality to lower the water quality selenium standards for Lake Koocanusa. So there'll be a hearing in process. So we'll have to get comments in to do that. But it's always been one of those things. Those folks are in bed with with Tech, well now Glencore. So that's another way that they can skin a cat is lower the water quality standards in Montana so there's not a conflict. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Tom.
Lincoln County, the county commissioners up Libby.
We will go out of regular into executive. And, is Sean available already? I guess we got a break then. Break for a couple minutes, get our first agenda item going.
The agenda?
Nope.
Yeah, IDT 10 a.m. Okay, so we got the vans. I thought I was coming here for drones. Okay, yeah, so our request
Your-
today is for,
Sean, your drones are with Ruth. It's, I think, still in her review.
oh, they're still in review. Okay, thanks. For the purchase of 2 passenger vans for our whiteboard planting crew, back in
Motion.
was it 24? We received the America the Beautiful Challenge grant, now called the America Ecosystem Restoration Initiative. And in that, there's a little over $140,000 for the purchase of vans. I think it's 142.17. Originally, that was put in that grant as leasing GSA vehicles I reached out to NIFWF, National Fish Wildlife Federation, they're the ones that oversee the grant, to see if we could, rather than leasing GSA vehicles, because there's a 2 to 3 year waiting list, if we could purchase, and I got approval to get, to purchase the vehicles, which will work out better for forestry. We're planning on having about a 20-person crew, correct, Linda?
At least 20, yep.
At least a good 20-person crew to focus on white bark planting, and then we'll also utilize that with our regular conifer planting.
We got a motion by Carol and a second by Tom to approve the capital purchase. Any questions or comments for Sean or Linda? Go ahead. Lynn.
So are these vans four-wheel drive?
They're all-wheel drive. Right, I believe, I was trying to find all-wheel drive van or four-wheel drive vans, and I couldn't find any. It's like, yeah, they are all-wheel drive. The closest thing to four-wheel drive is Mercedes has something, they call it something different, but it's pretty close to four-wheel drive, but
Okay.
it's like $90,000 for one.
So Sean, on another note, can you tell us a little bit more about the white bark planting project?
So here on the reservation, we have a couple areas we're planting. One is up Boulder area, that's 70 acres.
78.
I think we've planted 20
20, yep.
acres. So we have 50 acres left to plant up there.
How many jobs? How many planters do you have?
We're gonna do a 20-person crew.
Oh, okay.
So we're a little more selective with our white bark planting as far as who we have on that crew because of you have to make sure of the site-specific area where you're planting it, right? Because if it's too much sun, it'll die. If it's too much shade, those things just like to die. They're white bark. But the cost involved with white bark is very expensive.
Yep.
So a regular conifer tree, we're looking at $3 a tree, whereas with white bark, we're at $13 a tree. So we want to make sure that when we send people out there, we're sending qualified individuals to make sure that we have the best success rates.
All right, interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, thank you.
All in favor?
I'm in favor.
We're unanimous. Thank you, Sean. And you had a couple collection permits that,
Yeah, Jay Blue, I'll go pick them
Got
up
to.
from Jay Blue. Thanks for signing those.
yep. Have a good day, guys. So do we have Lynn available?
Whisper and Chauncey.
We can take Whisper and Chauncey. Come on up. Morning.
Pesquex Pesia. I am here on page 18 to discuss the non-competitive contract for Dennis Lichtenberg and Janine Lichtenberg under the name of Ravens Water Services to write the management plan for the Cultural Waterways Management Plan. When I first came and talked about this was David Rockwell was our contractor. He was written into the budget for the funding that will be paying for him. So I did not have to do a contract. It's a facilitator agreement is what we will be working with. Due to family health issues, David had to back out mid-year. And so I approached Dennis about picking this up because he had just finished writing the update to the wetland management plan that the tribes have. And so he has detailed knowledge of a lot of the water resources that we have here. And his budget came in slightly lower than David's. He will get the work done within a year is the projected estimate, and is already somebody that we've talked with. And so I am looking at doing a non-competitive grant. I already have technically his bid and David's bid to do this facilitator agreement.
Questions? I'd entertain a motion by Tom to approve the non-competitive. Got a second by Martin. Go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, clarification, you said you had two individuals?
I had David's original bid that he gave me for this project, and then Dennis. So technically I'm missing one. But I'm trying to get this rolling since we've already lost six months of our
So
work.
there's a time frame, and there's probably other things that go along with needing to do this. The reason why I'm asking the question, because it came up at the elders meeting about the council not looking at every detail, I guess. And really what we do is we rely on you to make sure as our lead person on this project, to make sure that you go through everything and you dot the i's and cross the t's. So that's why I asked it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And I did look on the tribal member list, and there's nobody that does this work. So I did get Melinda's documentation. So I'm not skipping over any tribal members that could have had this.
All in favor? James?
I'm in favor.
Unanimous. Thank you, Whisper.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of council. My issue starts on page 20. So in order to apply for any grants, we have to get council approval. I'm coming in with a resolution to approve submission of EPA grants by the Environmental Protection Division. This will run from FY 2026 to FY 2028. We previously have done this in 2022 for fiscal years 2023 to 2025, and that will expire September 30th, 2025. So I'm seeking approval of this resolution. Right now, it kind of depends on the request for proposals. So we just are working through our, it's called a PPG, or performance grant, and it's probably around 1.6 million.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve submission of this grant.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, can I, this is a resolution to apply for EPA grants.
Okay.
And this is multiple grants, maybe around 8. Thank you.
I actually have a motion by Tom to approve the resolution, a second by Carol. And I'm not going to read all the grants. All in favor?
I'm in favor.
That's unanimous. Thank you, Chauncey.
Yes. My next issue is on page 22. And this is a collection permit from the Flathead Lakers to sample Flathead Lake for E. coli bacteria. This is at public beaches and some tribal beaches. And this is uploaded to application on your phone called the Swimmer's Itch Guide. This is to notify the public if there's high instances of E. coli bacteria, which it could indicate waters that may have swimmer's itch or some sort of viral pollution that could affect the public that are swimming in those waters. So this is for this year, and they will start doing it in July of probably this week until September. And they will submit all that data into the application.
Carol?
I'm just wondering, is the heat of the water, or the temperature of the water, does that make a difference with E. coli?
It does. Mostly slow moving water. So if you see slow moving water, you'll see that backup of bacteria as well as the parasite that causes swimmer's itch. So you see some parks like Betcher, possibly Elmo will have instances of swimmer's itch. So they try to keep all that data online and notification of the public.
Motion.
Motion by Carol to approve the collection permit, second by Tom. All in favor?
I'm in favor.
We're unanimous. Thank you, Chauncey.
Thank you.
Tom?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chauncey, I was letting council know that the county commissioners up at Libby, Lincoln County Commissioners, have petitioned the Department of Water Quality to lessen the rules for selenium. I guess you must already know about that.
Right. They've done that for selenium, for nitrogen, for phosphorus. They're really trying to, again, legislate from, or do science from the legislature.
I just wanted
Doesn't
to assume that you're working with the Chelsea and to provide comments.
Correct. And we're
Okay.
also working with EPA.
Okay, thank you.
And just for clarification, a little update, we were able to secure funding for FY 2026. Right now, I think the EPA budget for FY 26 or 27 to 28 will come to Congress to be debated. And hopefully we'll see what comes of that. But right now we are secure for funding for the next fiscal year. And then I think you might have been updated on the regional administrator for Region 8 EPA will be up here in August 12th to the 13th for a tour and a meeting with the tribal council. He also would like to go up to Kootenai Falls and Lake Koocanusa Libby Dam. So I've been working with legal on that and as well as EPA to have an agenda set.
Would you be able to coordinate with Kootenai Tribe of Idaho on that field trip too?
EPA did coordinate with Kootenai Tribe of Idaho. We were supposed to go up there and tour their fish hatchery, but they changed plans and are just going to go to the Kootenai Falls. So I think they'll be in attendance.
Anything else for Whisper or Chauncey? Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Morning, Lynn.
Good morning. I am here to get two resolutions passed for the Valley View purchase. As I've described in the past, there's actually two owners, which is the reason for two resolutions for the entire purchase. I'm hoping Brian's going to step down here any second because we kind of wanted to update you guys on kind of progress as we move towards closing. But I guess we can move forward with the resolutions. The first one would be a resolution to purchase the Cole County Properties portion of the purchase.
Motion by Tom to purchase the Cole County portion. Second by Martin. All in favor?
Second, sorry. And the second one, which is actually the first one in your packet, is for the Valley View Farms portion, which of course is the larger proportion of the property, in terms of a resolution to approve to purchase that portion of the property as well.
So the first passed with a unanimous vote. Entertain a motion. Motion by Glenn. Second by Carol. All in favor? I think we're unanimous. Go ahead, Glenn.
What is the closing date?
Thank you for bringing that up. July 23rd. So next Wednesday, Mr. Chair, are you available? Okay, I will get a hold of you and Jennifer and try to coordinate a time with the closing agent as well as us. I wanted to update you on a few things in terms of, I don't know if we want to go into executive, and of course, Brian must have got held up, so. Oh, do you want to, sorry, didn't he? Okay, want to just, what do you want to do?
No.
Okay.
Do you need
Well,
an executive?
Yes, please.
We'll go out of regular into executive.
And Dan Decker said that he has maybe 15 to 20 in executive, so I'm trying to get Mark and them that they might be able to do lands committee before lunch.
Rainy day.
Morning, Mark, come on up. We're a little.
Well, good morning, council. I'm here this morning to get your approval for a modification to a contract. This would be mod 2 to contract 24-099. It's a master services agreement with Dowell Engineering, looking to increase the overall value of the contract by $668,589, which would raise to that ceiling to a new not to exceed amount of $1,744,469.50. What this modification would do is allow irrigation infrastructure to add another task order to this contract. This is for the Crow pumping plant project that we have going. That project has been bid, has been awarded, and construction is to begin middle of August on that. So this modification would allow Dowell to have some construction phase oversight of that project. They would be answering RFIs, requests for information, doing submittal reviews, weekly progress meetings, some on-site inspection work, and then writing standard operating procedures for the new facility and making record drawings at the end of the project. Probably a 12 to 14 month long project, and their oversight and site visits will be 6 to 8 months, and then irrigation infrastructure will provide inspection services during the times that they're not on site. So.
Questions for Mark? Then go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So Mark, I was reading the contract last night and I noticed under deliverables, it says record drawings will not be sealed nor signed. Can you elaborate on that? Just
Well, the record drawings not being sealed or signed is they won't stamp the as-built. What the as-built typically entail is the contractor is issued the final design set that is stamped and sealed. And then during construction, any, I'll say, modifications to the plans, which would be with the engineer's approval, would get redlined on the final set that is in the contractor's hands. that set of documents would go back to the engineer to be incorporated into the as-built drawings, but they won't stamp them or seal them because even though they approved the modification to the design, it wasn't their original design.
What are the implications to that? I mean, if they,
Really, that just amounts to, for example, some rebar spacing would be one instance of, you know, the rebar's laid out at 6 inches across a particular wall or a floor. And there would be half, 3/4 of an inch plus or minus on that. So during construction, when the rebar tire comes in, if they have to go a half inch, go a 3/4 of an inch, and you know, so we don't have exactly 6 inch, we'd have one that was 6.5. That would be noted in the plans, just not stamped.
okay. I was just trying to get an understanding how that worked. I didn't know why they would not do that. So.
So the original design isn't particularly modified. It's just as noted, the, you know, the spacing would be just slightly different here or there. So there's a good accurate representation of how it was actually built versus planned.
Any other comments or questions? I'd entertain a motion for mod 2 to 24099. Motion by Martin, second by Tom. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Can we go into executive?
We'll go out of regular into executive. We got 2 items.
2 action items and then the update session after that. And that doesn't have to be an executive, the updates. First item up, expanding Alyssa Sorrell's home site from 2.5 acres to 5 acres to support her horses and goats and what she has out on that home site.
Do I have a motion? Motion by Bing to expand the home site.
Second,
Second by James. All in favor? We're unanimous. And now the relinquishment of the outbuildings and the main house.
Yes, the next item up will be that one. Work with the Schultz family to be coming in and working with Shauna to relinquish her ownerships into the other outbuildings and that create a 1.25 acre home site for them on that site so they could be having the home to live in.
And relinquish the tribe's ownership in the one that they want to keep.
Correct.
Motion by Carol, second by Tom. All in favor? Unanimous.
Just wanted to do a follow-up from last week on the Orsino Walker issue that came in. The Urban 1200 Road update. There was a meeting yesterday. Tony Cashola Jr. and the wildlife staff and 2 of the legal staff had a meeting. I couldn't make it because I was tied up with another meeting. The update is the consensus that it is a non-BIA road. Working on getting it set up right now as a temporary closure notice, get signs put up on both ends of the road. Then working with the lessee on it to upgrade the fencing around that road access point, so nobody would be going off-roading to try to get in there. So the wildlife program, and everybody did take a look at it. They just wanted to make sure everybody had administrative access of doing a locking system where it would be a shared lock with everybody. But we would also be looking at doing maybe like one of the old BIA locks that used to be out for forestry on the other ones, a 1 or 4 lock like that, or a BIA combination lock like wildlife and those guys have used in the past.
You got Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, sorry, couldn't find my button for a second. Are we executive or open?
This is open right now.
Okay. Can we go executive?
We will go out of regular into executive. Thank you, Mark. Joe.
With that, that's all we had. Enjoy the powwow this weekend. You guys get out there.
What's Thursday look like, Jen? No Thursday. We're done. Have a good afternoon. Thank you all. Martin?
I did have a question about Treaty Day and whether or not we should celebrate that as a holiday. So I told him I'd bring it up.
Treaty Day.
July 16th.
$3:00 Thursday.